if you're a student of metaphysics, you know that the inner world controls the outer world of matter. But how do you convince yourself that that's true? That the inner world is the real world and the outer world is the manifestation of your thoughts, your states of consciousness. Well, you have to have faith. And then faith turns into understanding once you have some demonstrations and you prove it to yourself. That's why metaphysical people are always learning, studying, meditating, praying, asking the big questions, keeping themselves focused, trying to stay awake so that they don't slip back into that mesmeric state of hypnosis that the three-dimensional people are living in. You don't want to live in that level of consciousness because there's nothing happening there. It's pretty deadening. All the good stuff is in the higher realms of consciousness where you can use your imagination, your creativity, your connection to your divine self, your higher self in order to solve problems. I've even known metaphysical people who, if a problem showed up, they would approach it as if it was an exciting challenge to once again prove to themselves that they had dominion, they were sovereign, they could overcome whatever that problem was, be it a health problem, a financial problem, a relationship problem. They were able, and you all have this power to rise above whatever the problem is and to transform the situation as if it's a miracle, but it's actually just the activation of these metaphysical laws that are governing us in a way that you begin to understand, like Jesus did, that if you know how to ask as if you've already received it in that state of consciousness, that attitude of the wish fulfilled, then it will show up. But if you let the doubt, the fear, the negative emotions creep in, you block it. How do you get that kind of conviction? Well, if you've had a near-death experience, you can get it real fast. If you've had a spiritually transformative experience and you've seen it happen once, you can do it again and again and again and use that same understanding to go on to solve other problems once you've solved one big one. And that's usually how it works in this three-dimensional world. We get a lot of pressure from ourselves, really. We create situations because there's a lot buried in our subconscious minds that can come to light, and our greatest fears can come upon us. Whatever's buried in there ultimately has to come to the light so that we can handle it and neutralize it or dissolve it or transform it. And that's why, if you're a metaphysical person, you know how to handle it, because perfect love casts out fear. And there is nothing to fear when you know that God is only good and you have the power within you because you are a child of God. So you can overcome anything.